go to work every single day in it, and it was very reliable. But one day he pulled up to a red light, and out of nowhere the engine died on him. He tried to turn it on multiple times, it wouldn't start. So this is a pretty nice car. Again, 90,000 miles. It's the EX version, sunroof, cruise control, so it's top of the line. And first I had to charge up the battery because car batteries go dead in a couple of months if the car doesn't get used. Next I made sure that the coolant was filled to make sure it was filled to the correct level, and this oil was fine. And finally, I pulled all the spark plugs out of the engine and I sprayed it into each cylinder to lubricate the piston rings and cylinder wall. So I installed them back into the engine and reconnected the wires so she was ready to get started. And now we're ready to diagnose the problem. Grab your key and put the key in the ignition. Now when you put it in the run position, what we're going to be doing is listening for a hum. The hum is probably going to come from around the back seat where the fuel tank is, and that hum means that the fuel pump is working. We'll do that one more time. And you can hear it turn on and then shut off, which is perfect. That means our fuel pump is working. I'm going to use a wrench to crack this open. Good. And I'm also going to get a paper towel around here to again try to prevent the gas from getting all over. Okay, so now turn the key to the run position, and beautiful. We can see there's good fuel pressure because the fuel is squirting out nice and strong. You want to get the end of the flathead screwdriver and touch it up against the fuel injector. Make sure it's the only thing it's touching. And then on the other end of the screwdriver, you want to press your ear tight against this end. And if you listen closely while the engine is cranking, you should be able to hear a rhythmic clicking, which means the fuel injector is firing. Sometimes you can test the sensor just by removing the electrical connector to it, and then you can go and try to start the engine. If the engine starts, you definitely know it's that. We need to make sure air is getting into the engine, and the first thing I want to do is just make sure that our air filter isn't clogged. We're just going to assume for now that they did, and the spark is going to travel through the spark plug wires into the spark plug. Make a real inexpensive tool. I'll link it in the description. All you have to do is pull the wire out, you plug the tool into the wire. When you turn the key and you crank the engine, there's a light bulb in here. The electricity should pass through here and flash that light bulb. The light bulb should flash with a consistency. It shouldn't be sporadic, and that means the ignition system's working. If there's no flash or it's sporadic, that means we could have a problem with the ignition system.